The war. I am Dr. Sarut.criminal.secrets, Ph.D., an independent academic in criminology. I have a residence in Thailand, not in any organization or group. I want to use my knowledge to help end wars that affect people. I will use my words and thoughts carefully so as not to offend any party. There are currently wars going on in many parts of the world. Between Israel with Palestine. Between Russia and Ukraine and many other areas in the world. That happened because of land claims made long ago. It is said to have a long history of fighting. Claimed to rule that territory, but as time passed, territories that claimed independence or already had independence began to emerge. I'm going to use a simple mindset. That is the basis for being a global citizen. The world has developed into a democratic system. There are demands for rights and freedoms. And more human rights. The outbreak of war or abnormal environmental conditions will affect the economy and living conditions of the people. In the normal thoughts of ordinary people in the world who sympathize with fellow humans, it took me a lot of courage to express my opinion on this matter. I firmly believe that knowledge in this matter is fundamental to humanity. It will be consistent with the opinion of the majority. I saw that the war had been going on for a very long time. Compete for land in search of food. Possession of resources to confirm ownership or expand territory. In the past, weapons created or fabricated without technology are used, causing little loss or impact. Later, World War I and II occurred, which used many powerful weapons and technology, causing enormous losses during human life. Every nation and every religion has seen the loss that has occurred. Until it can be developed back, it takes a lot of time and resources. Losses caused by war: parents lose children. Children lose parents. Husband and wife must be separated. Families must be destroyed. Occupation, work, transportation, and communication must cease. There is a situation of hunger, poverty, injury, disability, lack of refuge, and difficulty in making a living. International relations or within the country was destroyed, including having to find allies in support to support legitimacy. International agencies and organizations find dialogue or mediation difficult, because each side claims to have reasons for their actions or decisions. If reconciliation is not possible, problems will arise for people in both countries and affecting many other countries. Everyone experiences problems after losing a loved one. Loss of economy and livelihood. I believe it is a valid reasoning in the normal human mind. The loss of fellow human beings due to war causes feelings of sadness and depression. Death for everyone in the world, from old age, illness, and death, is a normal reality and no one can avoid it. But if the death is caused by a war that wants to compete for territory, power, and government, or the feeling of loss from being unfairly treated, having to retaliate and take revenge face to face, must lose and fall to one side or lose both sides in the end, but see ruins. How can citizens live together? Restoring the country is difficult, takes a long time, and uses a lot of resources. People who are injured and disabled cannot recover. The question then arises, what is the point of fighting? In response to anger, hatred, grudges from the past which will have no end to end the war, one must think about the suffering of one's own citizens, reduce pride, reduce clinging, reduce anger, reduce resentment and hatred. The past cannot be changed. You must forgive and forget the past. And if the side that started the war by taking hostages still hasn't released the hostages and hasn't stopped encroaching on territory, claiming territory that has long since passed, you will always be a loser. The conflicting parties must put aside this pain, if you want to help your citizens and create peace in the world. Leaders can end wars immediately. The leader must decide to end the war on its own, will be the winner. Therefore wished for the war to end immediately. The hostages must be released unconditionally. People have the right to choose where they live, choose their government. and choose their race and religion without discrimination and not forced or invasive. So I beg you please help share information to all friends and acquaintances. Your voice can be heard and disseminated to national leaders and international organizations. We believe that the power of all of us can end war forever and help accelerate the country's recovery. Heal the people affected by the war both directly and indirectly and make them happy. Reduce internal conflicts, forgive and live in peace forever. Thank you from the heart, Dr. Sarut.criminal.secrets, PhD. If you agree, please help forward this message. You have any suggestions, please contact via email, sarut91@gmail.com.